is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go on Monday Night Football. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And they make the tackle at the 38. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Houston first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. Stays in the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing third and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. C.J. Stroud the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, first and 10.
I'm not lying. Here we go, set.
On the give, it's Sanders. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, following the turnover. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's on the move. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down from the red zone. Getting out to his left. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Texans pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 14. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Love from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. That's to his running back, Miles Sanders. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 33 on second down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop at the 46. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Our score, 14-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Shotgun now for Love. Hauled in left side. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Headed out right. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, let's go.
Offense to the line for second down. Stroud off the play fake. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He gets a lot behind one. Deep down. Looking for Kirk, and it's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Hines Sanders. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, set. Roll, roll, roll. Hut, hut.
Here's Sanders once more. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys with a big decision to make here.
Ready?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Set it. Cougar 19. Go.
Love out of the shotgun. He's got it to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Check. Let's go now. Set it.
Love. Ferguson there to bring it in. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Smith on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Oh, boy. South. Hey, uno.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Chased out to his right. That pass caught by Tate Dell. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get more points to end a lopsided first half. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 18. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. I'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. On the move, headed right. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Waste of time. 4th and 3, drive on the line.
Ready.
Love looking to pass. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Buying some time right. He's keeping it again. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. That's Flanoy. He's got it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll go down here at the 16. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st down throw. Here's Love. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Let's go now.
Handoff here to Sanders. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Check.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Ready.
Williams. And he mixed it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Only 1 quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Shotgun now for Stroud. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He's got it deep downfield. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans go up by 19. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 14. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
From the 27. Chased out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Brought in inside the 20. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Rolling left, buying some time. Intercepted in the end zone. Kamari Lassiter with the pick.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
All right.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
From the 30 on 2nd down. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. 1st down, ball at the 36. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Fakes the handoff, now Love. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Love from the gun. Gets this to Sanders. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Sanders running dead ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Love. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 43. Got a man. It's Flanoy. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the move, headed right. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Flush down out to his left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Love to throw again. That one's complete, right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
And the timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. 2nd and 3 now.
Set. Top low 18.
Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
One final shot here. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So the Texans come away with the road win. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Dallas.
Do what I should.